everyone, and welcome back to a special edition of Live Better. We'll show you how to. I'm Leisha, and this is Priya, and we're here to show you how to get the very most out of your Sistaco Nail Kit, along with some troubleshooting tips. That's right.
Congratulations on purchasing your Sistaco Nail Kit. Here's what's included. If you bought your Sistaco Nail Kit at the show, you had the option of purchasing between our starter kit or our deluxe kit. Now what's included in those kits? In your starter kit, you get your USB with your LED light, your base coat, your choice of top coat, matte or gloss, your applicator, a color of your choice with over 40 colors to choose from, as well as your handy little instructions here. Now, if you decided to treat yourself, you probably went with our deluxe kit. So it comes with everything that you need, your instructions with 4 colors of your choice. Let's talk about nail prep. So your Sistaco nail powder lasts as long as it should. Now, first and foremost, just like they do in the nail salon, you're gonna wanna go ahead and push your cuticles back. That will just allow you to have a nice even surface area to work with. Now, the first step in your instructions is to buff your nails. Now, buffing your nails is optional, but I do recommend it for those of you with ridges on your nail bed, or your nail bed is a little bit destroyed from doing gels or shellac. By buffing your nails, this ensures that you have a nice even surface area to work with. Now, after buffing your nails, clean the hands. So you can do this by 1, washing with warm water and soap. 2, alcohol spray also works. 3, you can use nail polish remover just to take off any excess oil and make sure that you have clean, dry nail beds to start.
Well, hi, I'm back again because Priya has invited me to be able to do my nails in one of the classic colors, and then we're going to do one of the hollow colors on one of my nails as a feature nail. I'm really excited. So, shall we start?
Absolutely. So just a little bit of information, you guys. You will have 2 different styles of pots. You have your square pots and your diamond pots. Now, in your instructions, it does walk you through all of this. On this side, we have our classic colors, which are in the diamond pot. Now, with your classic colors, you will be using the brush end of the applicator. So first, we start with a clear base coat. Now, our base coat does have a nail hardener in it, so it will give your nails that strength.
Oh, that's great.
This is a great product to use on your natural nails, gel nails, or over top acrylic nails as well. Start that right there. And you just want to make sure that you cover the entire nail bed, because that's what your powder is going to stick to. Because that ensures you have a nice color all the way to the tip. Now this finger we're going to save for later. That'll be our accent finger, and we'll do that with the holographic colors. So now we've applied our base coat to her nails, and always before you put the nails under the LED light, just double check that your base coat is covering the entirety of your nail. Now, even if you miss the spot, which I do probably at least once a week.
I'd be guilty of that.
Yes. You can always go back over top and finish it up. And now we're gonna put your hands under the LED.
Okay.
And let that dry. So the LED is on a 60-second timer, so it'll just shut off automatically.
Yay, so I don't have to keep watch or try to be using my phone timer or watching the clock. I can get distracted. Yay.
Yes. And then thumbs, they go in last because they don't fit. Toes, you can get all 5. So just do your 4 fingers all at the same time. Then you can put your fingers under there, let them dry for the 60 seconds, and then we're going to go into the next step in your instructions. Now, a great thing with the powder is you can be creative. So some of us, we just only like to do a French tip. So go right ahead. You can do that. We do have our ice white color, but French tips don't, always have to be white. You can go ahead and explore with different color combinations and create your own fun French tips at home as well.
Wow.
All right.
I probably want to practice a little bit first before I do
Yes, and I always recommend giving yourself a few tries to get used to how the product works. Of course, it's a whole new thing for all of us, so it is a learning curve.
Ooh,
Now
I turned off.
You got it. Isn't that awesome?
That's awesome that I didn't have to remember.
All right, now pop your finger up here. Now I'll just take one at a time.
Okay.
And again, with the diamond-shaped pots, those are your classic colors. You're going to use the brush end of the applicator, okay?
The brush end.
You
Okay.
got it. You just dip a little in, and then you just start brushing it up. And the great thing is you can be as messy as you want. The powder only sticks to where you apply that base,
Wow, that looks nice already.
right?
Wow.
Notice I'm getting it on your skin, not worrying about where it goes.
Which again, handy when you've got shaky hands when you're doing your nails.
That color is gorgeous on you.
That is such a pretty color. Oh, I can't wait to get the gloss coat on the top.
And now if you dip a little heavy, go ahead and do this right over top a bowl or a container so that you can catch any of that excess powder.
Oh,
But you don't actually use a lot of powder in the process. So I always start with less because you can always add more.
Yeah, and I've noticed you're kind of not super lightly brushing. I mean, a bit of pressure, but not tons. And yeah, we're not wasting a lot of powder here, but the bowl trick is a really good idea. Because especially when I'd be first trying this, I bet you I'd probably waste a lot of powder. So over a bowl, I want to get that powder back into my little pot.
You got it. Now this is our top coat. So you do not need to dry the powder before you apply the top coat. The top coat comes right after. And again, do your base coat and your top coat as thin as you can.
Okay. I can see how nice and thin that you're putting it on.
Still giving you that nice coverage, and then don't forget to seal up your tips.
Okay.
And I just like to give my brushes a little wipe before they go back in the bottle so that your colors don't mix, okay?
That's another handy tip.
Yes.
Yeah. As we get the gloss on.
Yes.
I love shiny, sparkly nails. Well, I'm not big on sparkles, but I love it when they're glossy and shiny and they look like they came right out of the salon.
Awesome. Now, after we finish with the top coat, you can go right back under the light.
Okay.
That's another 60 seconds, and then we are done. So your nail will be completely dry. So you can go right ahead, start washing dishes, get back to your daily routine. You do not need to wait any extra time.
Wow. That's huge. That is huge. How many times do you have to go to the washroom after you get your nails done? And guess what? You wore jeans that day with a button and a zipper. Good job.
Yes. Story of our lives.
Story of our lives. And this is the days of our lives.
Yes. Awesome. And then another great thing that you can try, if you'd be open to it, is creating ombre. Now ombre is really popular, so whatever two colors you get, you can simply just do both on the nail and just kind of press it on there halfway, do the other one halfway, give it a stroke, and you're good to go. So feel free to experiment. If you're lucky, we might show you some more videos on how to.
Yeah, we'll do some special editions. You just wait and see. We'll have a lot of fun with this as we work through Sistaco nails. Ooh, I'm done.
Awesome. Now if you pull your hands out, so now if you actually give it a touch, it's completely dry.
I'm like scared to. I'm scared to touch them. Oh, they're done.
Yes.
They're done.
And then anything on the skin, now this is just a baby wipe. Best thing to do, I'm actually gonna send Alicia down to wash your hands with warm water and soap. Warm water and soap is the best way to get any excess on the skin off. So it's okay if you cure the powder, the base coat, the top coat, everything to your skin washes off with warm water and soap. And like I said, if you miss a corner, you miss a tip, all it is repeating the steps and then making sure that you get that coverage on the spot that you missed. So super simple to fix if you do make mistakes.
Wow. Let's try the hollow.
Now, we're saving our accent finger, so now we are going to go into our holographic colors, which are the square pots, and they're on this side of your instructions. So it says holographic square pot. Now there's two applications for this color. Sorry, for this powder. So the holographics, you can do a short wear or a long wear. Now we're going to do the long wear. It's the one I always recommend doing.
Okay.
However, if you are in a hurry, go straight to the short wear steps. It's just one less step for you in the process, okay? Now again, we start with our base coat.
Okay.
And again, twirl them out nice and thin.
So here we've got the base coat going on.
Yes.
I've got one little extra step for the long wear.
So
Okay.
with the long wear, we're actually just gonna do an extra coat at the beginning.
Okay.
So you do your base coat
Base coat first.
and your top coat followed right after.
So the top coat right over the base coat.
Exactly, no drying in between,
Okay.
okay? And this again is specifically for your holographic colors in the square.
Again, I can see that you're putting it on nice and thin. And then you're just sealing out those tips, which is also really handy because I myself work in the office and I'm on a keyboard a lot. So sealing up the tips really ensures that I'm going to get a really long wear out of these nails.
You got it.
Yeah.
Now, after applying a thin base coat followed by a thin top coat, we're going to stick it under the LED and then let it dry for those 60 seconds.
And we can be Jeopardy. Do, 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 do. No, I can't sing. But that's okay.
Now, again, just a little tip, with the holographic colors, you're now going to use the padded end of the applicator. So square pots with the pad,
Okay.
diamond pots with the brush. So you have those two ends. And again, feel free to follow along with your instructions or along with us on the video tutorials.
That's right. This is a great video tutorial, nice and thorough to make sure you get the most out of your Sistaco Nail Powder Kit. All right, I'm super excited to see this pretty color go on. We're almost there.
Yes.
T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Oh, I almost had it down to the T. I almost had it right. All right.
Now we're going to do our latte. You dip the pad in. You don't need a lot, less is more. With the holographics, it's more about the buffing. That's what gives you the more shine, the metallic.
Because I noticed that you are adding quite a bit more pressure with this application than you
Yes.
did with the classic
Classics,
color.
exactly. So
Okay.
with the classics, we just brush them on nice and easy.
Okay.
The holographics, the buffing is what ensures that you get the shine in the powder.
We'll call it my robot finger. It's so shiny. Oh,
And then
that is
now
so
after
nice.
applying your powder, now we're gonna seal it off with the top coat.
Okay.
And again, when you apply your powders, your top coats always come right after. The reason the powder doesn't come off is because it's adhering to that base coat that you applied. So it's okay to go right over top with that top coat.
And it amazes me that it does adhere in the way that it does because it's, you know, we've already put it under the light and it's dry, but like this whole system is just amazing. I can't believe how quick all this gets done.
Awesome. And then one more minute
Okay.
and we're completely done. So really easy, really simple. Feel free to experiment with your nails, how you would like them to look, what styles you can do. Go ahead, get your jewels. You can still add your jewels to your nails, but this is something that you can do at home. You're taking away the toxins, you're taking away the damage to the nail beds, and your nail beds still breathe under this product. That's the best thing about it all. So we all love to get our nails done, but we don't like what happens to them after we take it.
I can tell you, A, I love the colors. I love the fact that there's over 40 colors to choose from. B, I love the fact that this turns off automatically. I also love the fact that my fingernails are not burning right now like gels and other types of nail applications at the salon. And I absolutely love the fact that once this turns off, I'm gonna be able to go about my business, go about my day, and not have to worry about wrecking my nails. So, there we have it. Look at those glamorous nails. They look great, Priya.
Well done.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Oh, and I almost forgot our fantastic remover that will make taking your Sistaco nail powder off a breeze, sold separately. Now we're going to talk about removing your Sistaco nail powder. using our Sistaco Nail Remover. Now this is one of your options for removal, but we do have more to come. Now this is really simple. Now, if you notice, it's got a little bit of a wax consistency to it. It's a little bit thicker.
Yeah, it looks quite thick.
Right? Now, you might think, oh, that's not good. What's wrong with this thing? It's perfectly fine. There is wax inside of it. That just allows a little bit of moisture on the nail beds after removal, which is great. So your nails won't be rough and dry. Now, to take it off, you just want to pretty much paint it on and let it cover the entire nail bed.
So we're just gonna do one nail right here to show you guys and taking off and how easy removal can be with the Sistaco Nail Remover. Yeah, it does look almost kind of gummy, guys.
Yes.
So don't be alarmed when you're putting it on. It does look a little bit gloppy, I guess you could say.
And you do want to just keep it to the nail bed and avoid the skin area.
Okay.
So always just keep it to the nail bed. Now when you apply the nail remover, leave it on for a few minutes. Now the length of leaving it on depends on how oily your nail beds are. So for oilier nail beds, you might start to see the bubbling right away. So with leashes, you could actually see it starting to bubble right away. So that's a good sign. It'll just bubble off right away. Leave it for at least a minute, even if you see it bubbling. For people like myself, my nail beds are a lot drier, so I do have to leave it typically 3 to 4 minutes is my time. Give it 5 if you see it's not bubbling. And if certain parts are bubbling and other parts aren't bubbling, it just means that it does not have enough remover in that area. So just take your brush and just spread it around a little more, and that'll just ensure that you get every tip and every edge. Now you can actually see it starting to bubble, which is great. And now if I use my finger. You can use a scraper, a cuticle pusher, anything that's not too aggressive on the nail bed, just to scrape the powder off. I keep it simple and I just go right in there with my fingers. So
it just came right off.
Yes. And the key to this is leaving it for a sufficient amount of time so that it gets everything all through the top coat, the powder, as well as your base coat, okay?
Because I know, for instance, when you go to the salon and you can go get something like, say, a gel nail removed, oh my goodness, they have to bring out like the Dremel tool. They're like drilling your nails to get that stuff off. That was easy.
Yes. Now this is just a baby wipe, but the best thing is soap and water after you remove it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so just using a little bit of your nail there.
Yeah, just scraping it off.
Just scraping it in, and then with the baby wipe too. So that's nice to know with the waxy consistency. You know, you're getting a little bit of moisture back into your nails so that it's not being super harmful to them. And I like that you're using the baby wipe too, so I can get some of those oils going back into my nails and give them a bit of a breather. Yeah.
And then just make sure you get it. Like if you miss your corners and you need to get more off, you can always just apply a little bit more.
Sure, and something like a cuticle pusher would be able to get off the excess really easy. But we're keeping it real here right now. We're just using our hands. Say you didn't have a cuticle pusher with you, no problem.
Now if you notice, most of it's off the nail bed, and then again with a cuticle pusher or even warm water and soap, if she actually just goes to wash her hands right now, that little bit around the cuticles just comes right off and you're good to go.
Easy breezy.
So if you haven't purchased our Sistaco Nail Remover, you do also have the option to purchase 100% acetone, and that's your next option of removal with your nail powder. Remember, your nail powder does last about 2 weeks, so it's on there really well. So we will have to use either 100% acetone for removal, or you can get your Sistaco Nail Remover as well.
And did you just purchase that at the drugstore?
Yes, they do sell these at Shoppers, Walmart, any of your drugstore retailers, wherever you are. Just get one of these bottles, and as long as it says 100% acetone. Not nail polish remover with acetone, not regular nail polish, 100% acetone, all right? Now with this, we'll just pretty much mimic what they do in a nail salon for removal. So you're gonna soak your cotton ball.
Okay, give it a good soak.
Yes. And with this, just time it out. I would usually say give it at most 5 minutes. If you did do a few layers of powder on your nails, then you will need to soak it a little bit longer. Okay. So now we have the cotton ball soaked here.
Okay.
We're gonna place it right over top. And then this is our little foil just to wrap it up and make it nice and easy.
So regular everyday tin foil, just rip a few small pieces.
Yes.
Okay.
Just let the nail bed soak for a few minutes. Roughly, I would say about 5 minutes the most. You can set a timer and then the rest will take it all off.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but there was a lot to learn today about the Sistaco Nail Kit. I love a bit of a recap, and Priya is kind enough to share that with us. Priya?
Awesome. Okay, so first thing to remember is to always prep your nails. So from the buffing to pushing your cuticles back and cleaning your nails beforehand is key to a great salon set of nails when you're done. And then always follow along with your instructions or with the videos provided here. And don't mix up your applications. So with your classic colors, again, those are your diamond pots, and you will use your brush end of the applicator. So diamond pot with the brush, all right?
Your diamond brush.
For your hollows, which are the square pots, you're going to use the padded end of the applicator. So square pots with the pads. Now the great thing is when you are following along with your instructions, we separate them on each side so you know which is which and what applicator to use with it. Another tip on application, specifically for our matte top coats. So your base coats and your top coats, again, always apply them nice and thin, twirl them out in the brush, in the bottle, and that gives you a better coat. But with your matte top coats, at the end when you do that final minute, dry it for an additional minute for the matte top coats specifically, all right? And then one final tip as far as colors go, we have our Marina Mist, our Tawny, our Ballerina, and our Ice White. If you've purchased any of those 4 colors, they are more transparent. So the nice thing with those is that you can do them really nice and thin and have it more going through the nail bed if you want more of a natural look. Otherwise, you do have to dip them a little bit more if you want it to fully cover the nail bed. Those are just a little bit more transparent colors, or I like to call them the frosty colors, all right?
And you have the ballerina on right now.
Yes, I am wearing the ballerina, which is this one right here. So it's a lot more pigmented in the powder when you see it in the container, but it goes on nice and transparent on the nail bed.
Okay.
And then final is removal. So with the removal, you have our remover, the Sistaco Nail Remover, which works great. It's fast, it's easy, and it doesn't dry the nail beds out, which is fantastic. Otherwise, stop into any one of your local drugstores and they will sell 100% acetone, which works well. Soak it in the cotton ball, wrap it in the aluminum foil, and leave that on there as well. So those are your 2 options for removal.
And there was one other thing that I remember when you were doing my nails, which was when you were applying the one color with the powder, it was more of a light brush with the one.
Yes.
And then when you were doing the hollow with the brush side, there was just a little bit more pressure. It was almost like she was buffing my nail when she was doing it.
You got it. So with your square pots, yes, doesn't necessarily mean more powder, but do buff a little more, and that brings out that more shine and the metallic look to the holographic colors.
Great tips, Priya.
Awesome.
Thanks so much. And thanks again for joining us on a special edition of Live Better, We'll Show You How To. We hope you get the very most out of your Sistaco Nail Kit. Once again, I'm Leisha. This is Priya. Any final words for our viewers?
Yes, just remember to have fun, experiment, and be you.